Hey y'all, what's up? Wow, this is exciting. Can I get up for Mickey Guyton? She
And Brittney Spencer, everybody! And Brittney Spencer, everybody!
Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. Thank y'all for coming today. This is really cool. Gosh, I feel like I've been in this room and I've watched so many interviews and panels, and so it's really cool to be here with y'all. Thank you for coming. I'm gonna just with my bestie. Ew, what's up, bestie? Are you feeling? Okay. Sorry. sorry. When you said that, I remember like just very sidebar. I remember the moment when we first decided we were besties. Do you remember that?
I don't.
It's random. It was well, we were drunk, but
Was this in LA?
no.
Get you I got
This was after you opened up for Shania Twain in New Orleans. What a moment. I love you. This is gonna be great. Okay, so I want to jump right into it. So I used to be in GRAMMY U, and I feel like a lot of people. Yeah, I was all through college. Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Shout out GRAMMY U.
The Beyonce album and all. Flybird.
Man, that time of life was wild. But I remember being a student and sitting in these seats and watching these sort of interviews and hoping to God that somebody said something that came down my road that like really spoke to my thought process and trying to figure out artistry things. So I'm hoping that y'all, I don't know, feel that today, that y'all get some answers and, you know, try to figure out how to do this thing called artistry and music in Nashville. It's a wild, wild place.
You can say it's trash, because it is. It's hard. It's fun.
I mean, at times it really is. It's hard. It's hard. I feel like the thing artists really want to do is sing, and really like the song is like 30, 3 minutes, but it's all of everything else that's so all encompassing of what it takes to do artistry. So let's talk about some of those things. Do you have any pre-show rituals that you do before you go on stage, like a vocal warm up or
Yes. Vocal warm-ups first and foremost. It's an absolute must as a singer. I know. All the lip trolls, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yes. I had a shot of tequila before I came out here. It's all for you guys.
Oh, I love this for you. Is there a difference for you when you are singing at like a smaller venue versus like a big like venue, like larger than life? You've sung at arenas, you've sung on TV countless times. Is there a difference for you between the different stages?
That shot of tequila that I took for this. So there's no difference. I still get nervous no matter what it is. And that means you care, right?
You get nervous.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely. You don't?
But I'm a very nervous person all the
Okay.
time.
Okay.
I'm nervous like peeing in the morning.
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking.
And it's no one there.
And no one's there. You're by yourself. Yeah.
Okay, you do a great job at hiding the nerves, Mickey Guyton. You do a great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
You recently did the Cyndi Lauper tribute, the Recording Academy Cyndi Lauper tribute, and I feel like you've done some of the most iconic tributes that like I've seen over the years, whether it's this one or the Tina Turner one, that one, the Patsy Cline one, whatever you did to Walk In After Midnight, I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't.
It was the Lord. It was the Lord.
Is there,
Jesus.
is there a different process that you have for those sorts of tributes, like memorizing so many different songs? Like, how do you do that?
First of all, I hate Sunny. Is that you back there? What? Oh, Sunny Cookie. Oh, like Sunny. Hey, girl. Hey, man. Sorry, y'all. I hate, and this is just being perfectly honest, singing other people's songs, especially iconic songs. Like it's just, I mean, I guess it's any song because it's not yours. And I listen to the song over and over again. I've actually learned a lot from you. You are really, y'all can clap for that. Y'all sure get. One thing I've learned from Brittney Spencer is you put so much thought in singing other people's songs. And I'm usually the type of person who's like, okay, I'm just going to sing it how they sing it, how they sing it. And you've always been so good at just like making it yours. And I just kind of try to do that. I just be respectful, stay out the way when I sing other tributes, because it's really, don't you cry, Brittney. Don't you dare.
You can tell.
I could see it. Don't do that to me right now. Yeah, it just, just studying it and trying to make it your own, but still honoring it. That's something I've learned. I don't know where I was going with that, but
No, you are exactly where you're supposed to go. I feel like I learned from you because I can get so in my head about how to make something my own. But also, you just got to sing the song.
you just gotta sing the song
And remember the words.
and remember the word.
Oh, my goodness.
It's too
Because they don't always have a teleprompter.
nope, they don't, and you have to ask for them, and then they forget to put them up there.
Listen, let me
We
tell
were
you.
telling you it is trash and it's trash.
Oh, or when they mess it up. Oh, man. There was this
What
one.
happened to me in China?
Oh, okay. You want to talk about that? What did you do to get over that? Like when it happened, were you like, oh, shit?
Yep, I was, and I just prayed through it. You just kind of have the show must go on, and you just figure it out.
And you just go like,
We're
where?
just going.
Singers!
Where am I not gonna sing us? Yes, that we do a lot. Where are y'all at?
Okay, I want to talk about a performance where we actually did have a teleprompter, which is nice. The Love of My Hair performance at the CMA Awards
Yeah.
back in, what was it, 21?
2021, yeah,
2020.
November 2021.
Oh my gosh. I feel like people don't always understand the process to really prepare for an event like that, like an award show. And you had brought on, let me tell you about Midi Guyton. She brought on 2 new artists as well to sing with her during that performance. She was asked to sing. And she held the door open and said, can I bring 2 other folks with me as well? That is Mickey Dougie. And we got into that in a little bit as well. But there's a lot of preparation. Do you want to walk everybody through the prep for a performance like that? Like even going back to like our time with Jamel, creative director, and just do you want to talk about that process?
Absolutely. So when CMAs approached me about singing Love My Hair on the CMA stage and having Brittney Spencer and Madeline Edwards on the show, first and foremost, like there's so much going on. You have to have your hair, your makeup, your outfits, the red carpet, the media preparation before even the performance. So it was one of those things where it's like, okay, so we're going to have 2 brand new artists that don't have labels at the time. I was like, if this is going to happen, like you're going to have to, supply a budget. You're not about to put these 2 Black women out on a red carpet at the CMA Awards with no wardrobe and no hair and makeup. So you have to get that all approved. And then it was like getting 3 different voices together and figuring out the parts. And we had a creative director who has danced with Beyonce and worked with John Batiste, and many others came in from LA and really kind of sat with us and kind of broke us and like having real conversations about the traumas that we went through as women, as Black women, with our hair. And that was a whole experience on top of dealing with everybody's management and different personalities. It was a lot.
Yeah.
We're still traumatized.
Girl, don't you spill my tea.
I was not supposed to. We were traumatized. It was a lot. But it was beautiful. Got a standing ovation and really touched some people's hearts.
Wow. I remember when we started that event, Jamel, before we even started rehearsing, he just sat us down, got rid of all of our teams, said, hey, can y'all leave for a while?
One team kept trying to come back in the room, but you're not going to spill that tea.
But it was relatively empty for a while, and we talked and we unpacked it because we wanted to talk about what the song meant to us. I feel like so often in the hustle and the bustle of the industry, we can get so caught up in the business, we can get so caught up in the technicalities, and you've got people where it's their job, to be there to support you, and oftentimes they're thinking about the business. But Jamel shut all that down and said, what is the heart of this song? What's the heart of the intent? And I think that probably, correct me if I'm wrong, it probably like really pushed just even the concept of having 3 women up there. It was no set design. I think we were like one of the few that didn't have a set design, no guitars. It was just us and these big ass wigs.
They had promised us a set design and then took it all away because it was in COVID. So we had to make a way out of no way. Yeah.
Bitch, I didn't know that. That's fire.
Yeah, bitch.
It had it out.
Yes.
Man, we look good.
Yeah, we did. So we had a hairstylist who I think did Sierra's hair for the Met Gala.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's right. That's right. And they did these grandiose, like 4C versions of our hair in front of a whole white crowd. I think the only other black person there was probably Jennifer Hudson. It came round, yes. And that was probably it. And it was such a powerful moment that we did that together.
Thank you again for bringing us up there with you. I learned
Oh, really?
very, very valuable lesson. I learned a lot of lessons. We learned a lot of lessons. I think the biggest lesson that I learned is that if you're going to hold the door open for people, make sure they have the resources to do it.
100%.
Because we did not have labels. We didn't have, I mean, our teams were like bare bones at that time. And you made sure that we didn't have to walk away from that, like with
I was want to have y'all out there on that red carpet looking crazy.
and we looked fly.
Yeah,
We did really cute that night.
You really did.
You looked real cute that
You did.
Like-
you had the little. You sure did.
Has your relationship with with the stage changed over the years? Well, we already talked about you getting nervous, but has it changed?
It absolutely has changed. My success came on the heels of 2020. And with that, I got cyberbullied really bad. And so, when you're cyberbullied like that and the things that people are saying, like you just not knowing who is doing that, it's anybody. Anybody could be saying that. So I had a huge fear of the stage for a while after that happened. It was just a really scary time. And I'm already an anxious person and I have all these other battles that I battle every single day. Yeah, you would think like the older you get, the more secure and steadfast that you get. But I think the older you get, the more you realize what you have to lose. So you're that much more cautious and you hold it all right here. Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder, do you fully know the impact that you've had on how much country has changed or attempted to change in the last 5 years?
No, you tell me that when we're on the phone and it's still hard to process that because, in my everyday life, I'm here in front of you guys with makeup and stuff like that. But when I'm not working, I do not look like this. You do not. No, I do not.
I've seen, girl.
You did not see me this morning. Corinne, you saw me wherever you're at. We were, yeah, it was a little rough there this morning. But, I'm a mom to a 4-year-old who doesn't care about any of this, who requires a lot of my attention and time. So I don't always know. No, I don't.
We can dive into that, but also I just want you to know it is enormous. It becomes more important and relevant every single day, just how much your impact has really helped infiltrate this whole space. And I appreciate that very much. I really do. And you do all of this while being a mom. And let me tell y'all, Mickey is a very, very devoted mom. Like she really loves being a mom. Like I remember, like I be on the phone with you. You don't have to be raising your voice at your kid. Nothing like you have such a beautiful relationship with your child, and I know that you work extra hard to make sure that he comes first. How do you balance that with being Mickey Guyton?
It is really hard. I am fighting for my life every single day. Like I am fighting for my life right now. I have 2 children at home, my husband and my son. And it's rough out there. It is really hard. You're just drowning all the time, just trying to make sure that everybody has everything that they need. And sometimes I don't always have what I need. And I'm going to therapy for that right now. And Dr. Ted is helping me with that. Shout out to Dr. Ted. And but yeah, it's a lot. Like women, we carry so much. Like we can carry too much. It's so much that we have to carry that we don't get any recognition for. And we still are told to smile and be nice and all of these things. And it's a lot. It is a lot.
Well, you do it very well.
Thank you.
Seriously, I mean that. Now, as I said earlier, there's a lot of emerging artists here. Who's an artist here? Hey, period. Who's a producer?
Period.
Hey, who is a musician?
You've been in that room back there and you didn't say nothing? Not a word. Okay, sorry.
Who else? Is there anybody here wanting to get into the industry, wanting to be on like the management side or cool, the label side? Y'all, so everybody here wants to be in music and doing really cool things. Mickey, is there anything that you could offer? Any piece of advice you could offer someone wanting to come? I'll start with the creative side if you want to go into artistry or production, and then I'll ask for the business side.
I mean, as you know, we're both creatives and we've been in rooms. I think it's so important, first and foremost, to advocate for yourself and to advocate for your ideas. And like, don't be afraid to open your mouth. The way I grew up as a millennial, I was told to, because I was the because I said so era, where we shut our mouths, we don't get to speak. And with that has caused a significant growth in my life because I didn't advocate for myself, because I was scared to open my mouth for what I want. Like, anybody can say no, and that's okay, but you have to open your mouth for what you want, and whatever that is, whether you're a writer, whether you're a singer in the vocal booth and someone is telling you something, obviously listen and try to find a balance in that, but do not be afraid to advocate for yourself, especially women. I see a lot of women in this room, and we're told, like, respect your elders, right? Like, that's something we've all been told. Well, guess what? As soon as you turn 18, it doesn't make any freaking difference, right? Like, whether you're 18 or whether you're 60, an adult is an adult. And so people that are way older than you should still respect you, regardless of what position you are in your life, whether you're the mailroom employee. Like, obviously respect people, but also demand that respect for yourself in whatever capacity that is. Like, always open your mouth for whatever it is that you want. All they can do is say no, but at least you said it. Like, there is no bad idea. And most likely, since you are the future, your ideas are probably more relevant than a 60-year-old. I mean, I'm just doing the math, and the math is mathing that you are the future and your ideas are more relevant. It just is what it is.
When did that switch happen for you where you were like, oh, wait, I'm tired of being quiet. I'm going to start speaking up for myself. Was there, and I think a lot of artists, like,
Yeah.
gosh, I've been writing songs this whole year about being a fucking pushover for so long. But what was that switch that happened for you when you were like, oh, no, I'm going to start saying something?
Yeah. It was probably around 2018. I was going and I was struggling so much in this music industry and nothing was working. And I finally had to have a sit down with the chairman of, at the time, UMG. His name is Mike Dunnett. He's a really tall white guy with a big belly, boisterous, loud, and I was terrified of him. I'm only 5'3", and I'm still, struggling with, speaking up for myself and like seeing him as my elder, but like he had my career in my hands. And I remember I sat there and I played him my music. And one thing he told me was, you hear that song that you're playing, can you just smile more? And then he compared my music to R&B.
Uh,
Every single time. And it didn't even have like trap beats in it. Like, it was a basic country song, but for some reason in his mind, he saw me as R&B because I'm a Black woman. And I remember it took everything in my being, y'all. Like, it was so hard. And I remember looking at him and I said, Mike, I love you. But with all due respect, as a Black woman singing country music, you can never refer to me and my music as R&B again. wrong, wrong. And he said, okay. And in my body, I like basically fell out of the chair. Like it was a whole thing. Like after that happened, I was in bed for 3 days. Like I know. And then she rose on that third day. But I like literally, it was like, I didn't understand. I knew I battled anxiety a lot of my life. I just didn't know, we're taught to power through things. And, I didn't hear about people not being able to get out of bed. I'm like, what do you mean you can't get out of bed? You just get out of bed. Like my dumb ass was saying that. And then I felt it and I was like, this is what people are talking about. And it was such a release to get that off of me, that angst that I've been carrying for probably like 5, 6 years. And just to release that, like it was crazy. And that's when I started advocating for myself. And then Cameo Carlson back there, is, she's a badass bitch. She owns her own company and she has defied all eyes and all odds, excuse me. And I remember I was in a really bad business situation. And I was also scared of these two men. And I had to advocate for myself then. And it was so terrifying. And then how they reacted was more terrifying. But at least I stood up for myself. And the point is you have to stand up for yourself. I don't care how old you are. Stand up for yourself. Like all of me and whoever's even older than me, like we have to respect you, period. So that's all I'm saying.
I love that. Oh my goodness. That can apply to artists and people wanting to go into the business.
Period. Whatever it is.
I hear stories all the time for people who are working in the industry on the business side where they feel like they have a hard time standing up if they're A&R and they're like, I really believe in this artist, and the rest of the label is just like, no. And I'm like, y'all are wrong. Like, you hear that story.
No, they don't know.
No,
they
knows
don't
anything.
know.
Nobody knows.
You know. They don't know. You're the ones out in the streets. You're the one that's listening to what's current. They don't know.
Dude, I had this, I think we've talked about this before, but I was just kind of watching videos and reading up about like a lot of outlaw like history. And I was reading up about Willie Nelson, and he got his break, like his career started going off when he was like in his 40s. And he moved to Texas, I think Austin, and he would tell people in these labels like, y'all don't know what y'all want. Y'all don't know what people want. Y'all ain't need. I'm in the bars. I know what people want. I'm doing all these shows around town. I know what gets the crowd going. And so often people forget
They do.
that artists, we're on that stage and we can feel what's in the room.
They're in their houses in Brentwood and Franklin, was spending their company business cards and going on their vacations. They are not out at the bars. They don't know.
They're not out getting drunk after singing for Shania Twain, okay?
They're not.
With a piece of joint. Talking to fans.
They don't know.
Mickey, I've got one more question for you. You are phenomenal. This has been such a wonderful time. Have y'all had a good time? I hope so. I really hope so. Mickey is extensive.
I love you, girl.
Did you see when people were making fun of us because of our thing?
I don't care.
They don't
know. They don't know.
They don't know. They don't know. John B said it. And anyway, for the
He sure did. What people say. I don't know about you and mom.
Hey!
They try to say. Do that.
I didn't even drink.
I just had one shot.
I came here sober.
That
I'll
was
tell
like
you.
40 minutes ago.
I smoked at 11:54 a.m. I have not in anything. I stay clear headed. Forget. No, it's not the good for me.
It's.
Do you know what's happening when we leave?
Oh, anxiety. I know.
What has been your most unforgettable performance? Which I feel like, I don't know. This question, much love to whoever wrote it. I appreciate you. Can you even answer that?
What is it?
What's been your most unforgettable? What's been your most unforgettable performance? Do you have one? Can you answer that?
Giving birth was probably my most unforgettable performance.
Period. Period.
I did it.
You did it.
it.
Birthing a child and a movement at the same time is crazy.
I did. I performed at the Grammys 2.5, 3 weeks after I gave birth. Yeah.
But you also performed so many times leading up to giving birth too. Because I remember that white dress. Oh, you're gonna tell.
I hate you. The boobs were boobing.
Listen, honey, it was filled out.
I had a boob job. Made them turn out.
You did. It was called
Arrested, and then they left. They left. It's fine.
It's okay. They still in title. Got a little roll. A little tea to bear.
Why am I wheezing? I'm sorry.
I ain't got no more questions for real, for real. I think that's the end of this. But is there anything that you want people to know in the room about Mickey? What's something that go ahead with that? What's something that you want people to know? You feel like you don't ever really get the chance to share that part of yourself.
I think y'all know I'm not that serious. Like I can present myself serious, but I'm not.
Oh,
Thank you, Jaquel. Thank you. I just want people to know that I love y'all, and I just seeing how y'all are here and wanting to be in the industry and this amazing program that Grammys is doing for the Grammy U Summit. I pled that. Did you get that?
yeah.
It's just so important that you're here and you guys have the chance to change the music industry for the better. It's really hard. I'm sure y'all have heard a lot of people say it's really hard. It is. And, you know, I'm from the generation where we just closed our mouths, and that doesn't have to be you. Amen, right? And, you know, there's so many things about this industry that needs to change, and and you guys can be that. And I just hope that you feel loved and you feel supported in this journey. And again, don't be afraid to open your mouth. If there's anything that I can say right now is don't be afraid to open your mouth. As hard as it is, go take that shot of tequila. I know the new generation does not drink as much as millennials. Like we're the ones that have the problem with the drinking. So you don't have to do that. But whatever it is, go to a coffee shop or whatever it is that you do to get in that zone. But open your freaking mouths and fight for what you want.
Period. Can y'all do it for Mickey Guyton? I should like to perform for us. You can perform a few songs. It is. Fight. Woo. Well, let me get out your way so that you can do this. One more time, y'all. Give it for Mickey Guyton.